Welcome. You have entered the pages of Codex Xule. I'm going to be continuing my noteworthy units in my book of the CSM Codex that I either like or dislike. And I'm going to be now going to units that I dislike or units that have always underperformed to me. The first one on the list is the Helldrake. I'm not really a fan of it when it came out. I thought that its concept was stupid. I wasn't a fan of how it could just decimate units. I won without it. I always got pissed off when it happened to me, So I felt like units like that back in 6 when it could just shoot fire from anywhere. They're very disgraceful to the hobby. I say that because the fire potential and the guaranteed, oh hey, your whole squad's dead, or oh hey, your whole unit's wiped out. I'm gonna vector strike a rhino and kill everybody inside with rerolls. I feel like that's very disrespectful to players that have put a lot of time and money and love and passion into their models. I feel dirty doing it. I don't like doing it. The pages of Codex Xule are sinister, but they're not cheap. They're not cheap. We don't like cheap little stupid tactics like wave serpents. I wasn't a fan of it. I'm totally okay with, flaming and obliterating unpainted squads. Yeah, I'll go for it all day long. But aside from that, it didn't perform for me that well. It really didn't, It it's a huge threat footprint. Even now in the 7th edition where it can only fire in its normal arc, it's still a huge threat footprint because most units, bar 2 plus saves of course, they don't care, but most units are below 2 plus save. And it'll, with strength 6 and rerolls, it will decimate anything. So on paper, it's like, wow, yeah, this thing owns. I'm going to get 2 or 3 or always run 1. Maybe. Xule hasn't had the best experiences with them. I don't think they're fun to use. But aside from that, I haven't found them to be that good for me. They never really performed that well. They always get shot down too quick. Um, it, I've never just really had good results with them. They've never earned their points back, per se. Other people like them. It seems like everyone else does. I think I don't like them too much. The model's okay. It's not the greatest model. I think they did a good job on it, but just that back end could have had a lot of work done to it. Number 2, this is a love-hate thing with this unit, is Obliterators. I always run a Mark and Nurgle. So that's a stipulation if I run them. Always run Mark and Nurgle. Obliterators. It really pissed me off when they made it so they can't fire the same weapon twice in 2 turns. I think that was stupid. I think it's cool they got the assault cannon. I like that change. I've always found that they kind of have a hex on them. Like you fire 3 las cannons or 2 las cannons, and there's always one that misses. And you're paying fatty points for these guys. 76 points a model. They add up quick in the point values. And take up a heavy support slot, which is choice. Very choice slot in this book. Very choice. And they can be good. I feel like they were better than the last book. I know they were with Fearless. That was nice. And fire blast cannons all day long. I like them. I like them on paper. But at the end of the day, I'd rather have the Havocs with that last cannon and that Veteran of the Long War. They don't have... I think there's a lot of versatility with Obliterators. Well, yeah, that's what makes them great, Plasma cannon, assault cannon, twin-linked, melt-a-gun, and multi-melt, all that, I'm not going to name all the weapons. Very versatile. And that Power Fist. I like the Power Fist. I like it a lot. I like being able to, someone gets close, okay, bring it on. I'm gonna slap you over a mountain with my Power Fist. That's cool to me. I like that concept. Unfortunately, they just haven't had the best luck with them. I like them. I just feel like I like Havocs. I run them. Don't get me wrong. I run them and I love them. But, man, I like the Havocs a lot more. I really do. And then the last unit is Plague Marines. A lot of people like them. I just haven't had the best success with them. I'm not a huge fan of Plague Marines. There's, especially now in this current meta, where a lot of stuff just kind of leaf blows or just rakes units off. I feel like the toughness 5 isn't really a huge thing. Centurions and Helldrakes and Wave Serpents. Don't get me started. Eldar, Tau, a lot of stuff just can get that high strength, pierce that armor, and then you're paying premium points for something that, you're paying these fatty points for something that, it's going to die. In today's meta, they're more survivable than a basic Chaos Space Marine. I don't know how much more survivable. They're fearless, which is awesome. Don't get me wrong. I run them. I like them. I'd rather go with Noise Marines because you have to pay the lower tax and all that. Because they're kind of made to either go in your deployment zone or in the midfield. They're not really a unit that goes all the way across the board to your opponents, in my eyes. And if they're going to be units in the back, I prefer Noise Marines in that spot because, they can shoot and they're fearless. And if you take a squad of 10, I feel it's worth it to give it the Banner of Excess. And then you're pretty much good to go as far as being a pseudo Plague Marine. I feel like they shine at midfield. I feel like they really do. I feel like they do it the best, in fact. But I feel like there's other units that I would rather have doing that. I want to like them. I do like the concept. I like them, but I don't use them very much. I'm not a huge Plague Marine guy. That concludes this version of units that I personally have a particular opinion on. And I'll be doing more of these in the future with other units, but these are the ones that immediately I can think of that, either have a heavy swing one way or the other, and I disagree or agree with them, the general consensus. That's all I got for you in this video. You may now close the pages of Codex Xule. I'm not the game, but I gotta maintain. Too much done, and not enough time.